Hey, Feather Beautiful. Thanks for coming back, checking me out, y'all. And this is going to be another food for thought. Y'all already see the title, so let's just get into it. Now, you know, a lot of times we believe that we are doing something for the best interest of somebody else, right? And you always hear people saying, well, I only wanted to help, or I was just trying to help. Anytime you hear those two words, I only or I just, and 9 times out of 10, it's not true. Okay, because it's definitely going to be more. So, let me see, what can I use for an example? If somebody says, man, I'm thinking about painting, I want to do a little painting in the house, blah, blah, blah. I just want something different. Immediately somebody would say, oh, well, such and such is a pretty color. Oh, lavender is a pretty color. Or, maybe something new that, you got a lot of suggestions. They ain't asked for your opinion. They made a statement. They said, I was thinking about painting, okay? Which means that they weren't necessarily decided on. They hadn't made a specific decision just yet. It was just a thought. They only thought about it, right? But people love to come in and they got all kinds of suggestions or advice for something because they want to be the ones to take credit for it, right? They gonna say, oh, well, you know what would be pretty? Well, you gotta look at your decor and your furniture is this color, so I think such and such would be a pretty color. They never asked you, you know. You volunteered that. They didn't ask you. And they might engage you a little bit in conversation about it, but they're not settled on that. And then if they do it, you'll be able to say, oh, yeah, you'll be over there one day and be like, man, this is really pretty in here. Or somebody else might say, dang, this looks really nice. When did you do this? And then you're going to jump in and say, oh, well, I suggested it. So you want to take credit for that, right? No. We have to learn our position in certain people's lives, in certain situations, in certain arenas, or whatever it is. We have to know when to and when not to always say particular things, right? It's a controlling behavior. And it's unfortunate, but a lot of people have it, right? So if you're going to support somebody, support them. If you're going to help them, help them. But stop always trying to control a situation when it really has nothing to do with you. Okay? You cannot control anything or anybody but yourself. You want to take credit for something, but it really has nothing to do with you. We got to learn how to dial it back just a little bit, you know. Now, if somebody asks you, that's something altogether different, but at the same time, they're only asking you. They're not dead set on whatever your response is going to be. So, say you go with a family member too. Maybe it's you want to go and do some shopping for a wedding, right? And again, you don't absolutely know what you're going to get. You'll know once you see it. And even if the bride said, dang, I have something borrowed, I have something blue, but I don't have anything new. So whatever the new is, you obviously are buying it new, right? So that can be anything. If you know their taste, then you absolutely can say, huh, well, she does like such and such. And I know that she doesn't have any or doesn't have one. So this might be nice. I'm going to get this. Now, let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is when you always have somebody with you, a sidekick, somebody over here, and they always have an opinion about something. It's going to lead you. Now, it's been certain instances, right, where it may have worked out. And then other instances where it was like, man, I knew I shouldn't have listened to her because we've been there. Be like, every time I listen to somebody else and I don't follow my first mind, and it's always a problem and this, that, and the third. Well, if you know this, then why in the world would you keep on doing it? Because at that point, it becomes your problem. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It got everything to do with you. Okay? Now, I'm helpful. Okay? I like to help people. I want to help them get some stuff done. but I'm not going to take over their project, whatever it is, right? I'm going to listen to you. Let me listen to your ideas. So, a better thing to do would be, okay, so what are you thinking? What have you looked at yet? What colors did you like? You know, those things. You want to be supportive as much as possible. And if they decide on something, then just support that. Don't say, oh, well, that's kind of cute, but, oh, I saw something over there that looks a little bit better. You know, those are not the things that we want to do. Okay? We have to learn how to stop trying to control every single thing, every single aspect of somebody else's life. And then, even in relationships, right? Men have mothers. And for the men, we got daddies. You know, we got some that's living. Well, some of us have some that's living, and then we might have some that are not. Okay? We don't need another daddy. Now, if this is your mate, then be that mate. This is the forever partner. Be that. All of the extra stuff, you want to tell somebody what to do, you want to control them, you want to control where to go, what to do, what to wear, what to eat, and all of that kind of stuff is never gonna work in your favor, because at some point, you know, it's gonna be a problem. So we don't need that kind of guidance. Okay? Just be our partner, be our mate, be our spouse. This is for men and women. Be the spouse. You know, be the biggest support system. Be their biggest cheerleader, whatever it is that they decide to do. You know, now, I'm not saying if you see somebody about to run off the tracks, okay, then don't step in and say so. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about in simple things. We have to learn how to. Sometimes you just got to let people do what they do, be who they are, and whatever comes from that, then that's what comes from that, you know. And then later down the line, even if it doesn't work, even if you said, well, I knew that wasn't gonna work, if you said it here, it shouldn't come out here, because when you see them crash, fall, or whatever, just be there and help pick up the pieces. You know, nobody wants to hear, well, I told you so, and I knew that wasn't gonna work. I tried to tell you, and all. Nobody wants to hear that. That's not what you're here for. That's not what you're around for. That's not what you're with them for. You know, you should not want to control anything other than yourself. Okay? You do what you do, and then you got to think about it. You are in control of you, but every time you turn around, you got an issue. You have a problem. You got something that didn't work out. That new thing definitely ain't going to work out. Okay? You had to go through it. So let other people go through what they go through too. Just be there to support them. I don't want to control nobody. I control me. I control what I got going on. I control anything that has to do with me. If it got something to do with somebody else, I don't want that responsibility. Okay? Because when it fails, who is everybody looking at? They looking upside your head. Because, well, so-and-so told me, and you listen to that. Well, so-and-so said, if I do this, you paid attention to that. You absolutely did this, and you wonder why it didn't work out. No. Be in control of yourself, okay? We have to be content with whatever is happening. If you're in a good friendship, make sure it stays good. If you're in a good relationship, make sure it stays good. Okay, make sure it's always good. You don't want to be the reason that it starts going downhill. You always want to be a part of the reason that it's going up. Okay, always, always. Yeah, nobody likes that kind of backlash. They don't. So if you're not a part of it, then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, I'm just saying. Control you, your speech, your actions, your motives, and everything else. Only about you. You can't control nobody else. You know, and if a lot of people had it their way, I'm pretty sure that they would do it. But it's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for him. It's not going to work for her. It's not going to work for nobody. I don't want to be a part of nothing like that. I just don't. I want to sit back. They ask me for some help, I got them. If they ask me for some advice, I got them. If they ask me for some support, I got them. Whatever they ask me for, I got them. My other than what they ask for is just an opinion, okay? Just an assumption. Who is it gonna work for? It may work for them. You don't know that until it actually is executed, though. Even in your own life, a lot of things we know better than to do certain things, to say certain things, but are we gonna do it anyway? Just like I hate that saying, when people know better, they do better. It's not true. We know a whole lot of things to do, and we don't do it. We know a whole lot of things not to do, but we'll do it. you know. But you know what the difference is? We have control over ourselves. If we do something messed up, it ain't nobody else's fault because we were with 5 other people. It's your fault because you didn't have to be there. Who you gonna blame for your participation in it? Who? Okay. Anywho, who child? Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah. Stop trying to control people. We have to stop trying to control people. It does not work. It don't. People gonna do whatever it is that they choose to do whenever they choose to do it, because they believe that that's what's best for them. Whether it is or not, it ain't got nothing to do with you. They gonna find out one way or the other. Okay? Stay out of people's business. Stay out of people's business, because it don't have nothing to do with you. Okay? Stop trying to control people. That's gonna be the absolute best thing you can do for you and them. Okay? Anywho, y'all. That was a quick story time, seemed like. It went fast. I was talking a lot. But anywho. Yeah, so that's gonna not story time. It's not story time. Food for thought. Okay. So that's gonna conclude this food for thought. And I'm gonna see y'all for the next video. Bye.